The biting Michigan wind whipped across the desolate landscape, a cruel whisper that seemed to carry the echoes of a life stolen far too soon. It was the dead of winter, a season that amplifies both isolation and suffering, and in the small town of Ludington, a tragedy had unfolded that would cast a long shadow over the community for decades. This wasn't a quick, clean death, but a meticulously planned act of depravity, a nightmare that began with a surprise party and ended with a young woman buried in a snowbank. Her stolen life a chilling testament to the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of ordinary lives. This is the story of Janet Chandler, a vibrant 22-year-old woman, and the long, arduous journey towards justice in a case that would take a quarter of a century to bring its perpetrators to account. Janet Chandler was, by all accounts, a ray of sunshine. Energetic, friendly, and with a smile that could light up a room, she was a beloved figure in her community. She worked as a clerk at a local party store, a job that brought her into contact with many of Ludington's residents, and dreamed of a bright future, a life filled with possibilities. She was the kind of person who touched the lives of everyone she met, leaving a trail of warmth and kindness in her wake. Her life was just beginning, a canvas yet to be filled with the vibrant colors of adulthood, love, and dreams fulfilled. Ludington itself, nestled on the shores of Lake Michigan, was a town that prided itself on its close-knit community and sense of safety, making the violation of this trust all the more devastating. The winter of 1999 had draped the town in a thick blanket of snow, muffling sounds, and adding an extra layer of somber stillness to the already quiet landscape. The men involved in this horrific crime were security guards, the very people entrusted with protecting the community. They were figures of authority, meant to be symbols of safety, yet they were the architects of a meticulously planned act of violence. These men, who should have been symbols of protection, instead betrayed the trust placed in them, transforming into predators under the cover of night. The security company they worked for provided protection for local businesses, a service that was meant to be a deterrent to crime, not a breeding ground for it. Their uniforms, meant to inspire confidence, became a chilling disguise for their true intentions. They operated within the very fabric of the community they were sworn to protect, moving through its streets with an air of assumed respectability. The date was February 22, 1999. Janet was lured to a surprise party at a local bar, a place she knew and, likely, felt safe in. This surprise party was anything but. Instead, it was a carefully orchestrated trap set by the security guards, men who had likely interacted with Janet in her capacity at the party store, perhaps even knowing her by name. Inside the bar, the atmosphere, which should have been festive, quickly devolved into a scene of unimaginable horror. Janet was brutally assaulted, tortured, and ultimately murdered. The details of what happened within those walls are almost too brutal to recount, but they speak volumes about the depravity of the perpetrators and the sheer terror Janet must have experienced in her final moments. The sounds of her struggle, the whispers of her pleas, were swallowed by the cold, indifferent walls of the establishment. The aftermath was as chilling as the events themselves. After committing their heinous act, the security guards buried Janet's body in a snowbank, hoping to conceal their crime and erase any trace of their involvement. They believed they had gotten away with their horrific deed, that the vastness of the winter landscape would hold their dark secret. They left her exposed to the elements, a stark symbol of their cruelty and a testament to the desolation of their hearts. The weight of the snow, the biting cold, became a macabre shroud for the young woman whose life had been so brutally extinguished. The case remained unsolved for 25 years, but the investigators never gave up. The case files gathered dust in evidence rooms, but the memories of Janet Chandler and the searing injustice of her death burned brightly in the minds of those who knew her and those tasked with finding her killer. The detectives assigned to the case, even as years turned into decades, kept the case active, revisiting old leads, poring over grainy photographs, and looking for any opportunity to unlock the truth. They understood the immense pain the Chandler family endured, the agonizing void left by Janet's absence, and the constant, gnawing uncertainty of knowing her killer walked free. They knew the importance of persistence, of not letting Janet's memory and the hope for justice die. Even in 2024, a quarter of a century after the crime, the wheels of justice began to turn again with renewed vigor. 6 individuals were arrested and charged with Janet Chandler's murder. These were the very men who, years earlier, had been living freely, seemingly immune to the consequences of their actions, their lives continuing while Janet's had been brutally cut short. The arrests sent shockwaves through Ludington and the surrounding areas, bringing a mixture of profound relief and deep anguish to the community. Relief that the perpetrators were finally being held accountable, and anguish over the stark realization that justice had been delayed for so long, that so many years of sorrow had passed before the scales could begin to rebalance. As the trials progressed, the emotional toll on Janet's family was immense and palpable. They had spent years waiting for answers, for a resolution, and now they were forced to relive the most painful moments of their lives, to hear the graphic details of their daughter's final hours. The presence of the accused in the courtroom, the men who had stolen Janet's life, was a constant, agonizing reminder of the evil they had perpetrated. They had to sit and listen to the details of her death, to face the killers, and to listen as the evidence of their guilt was presented, piece by agonizing piece. The convictions, when they finally came, brought a measure of closure, a sense that justice, albeit long delayed, had finally been served. The guilty verdicts were a vindication for Janet's family, a hard-won triumph after decades of uncertainty and grief, and a powerful testament to the unwavering determination of the investigators who never gave up. It was a moment of profound significance after years of pain and uncertainty, a flickering candle of hope in the darkness. The impact of this case on the community of Ludington was profound and lasting. The murder of Janet Chandler and the agonizing delay in achieving justice left scars that ran deep, forever altering the town's perception of itself. It shattered the sense of security that had once permeated the town, underscoring the chilling reality that evil could exist within the most seemingly ordinary places, and within people who held positions of trust. The case also serves as a potent reminder of the importance of perseverance and the unyielding pursuit of truth. The investigators, the dedicated family, and the community at large never forgot Janet. Their collective commitment to justice, despite the overwhelming odds and the passage of time, ultimately brought the perpetrators to account. The case stands as a testament to the power of remembrance, the enduring nature of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable tragedy, and the unwavering belief in the pursuit of truth, no matter how long the path may be. In the end, the story of Janet Chandler is a profoundly tragic one. It is a story of betrayal, brutality, and the long, arduous path to justice. But it is also a story of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit to seek and achieve vindication. While the delay in justice was agonizing, the eventual convictions of the perpetrators provided a measure of closure, a moment of triumph for a family that had endured so much unimaginable pain. The memory of Janet Chandler will forever be etched in the hearts of those who loved her, and her case serves as a chilling reminder that even in the darkest of times, the pursuit of truth and justice must never cease. It is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the vital importance of never giving up hope, no matter how long the wait may be.